From our newsroom, this is Neural Newscast for Wednesday, June 3rd, 2026. I'm Peter Rowan.
And I'm Evelyn Hartwell. Here are the stories driving the day's agenda.
The United States military has launched precision strikes against an Iranian facility in the Persian Gulf. This action follows a series of missile launches by Tehran and comes as regional peace talks appear to be faltering after a brief period of stability.
Well, some Iran-backed militias in Iraq have reportedly begun surrendering weapons to local authorities. This direct exchange of fire marks a significant escalation. The Pentagon describes the strikes as a necessary measure to protect American assets and ensure the continued flow of global maritime commerce.
Military analysts warn that the collapse of negotiations could trigger wider instability. Defense officials are currently assessing the damage to the facility, which they identified as a critical command node for coordinating recent attacks at sea.
Diplomatic channels remain open, but international observers are watching closely for any sign that a broader conflict is imminent. The immediate priority for mediators is determining if a ceasefire can be salvaged before additional military assets are deployed.
In Washington, President Trump has named housing official Bill Pulte as the acting director of national intelligence. Pulte, who currently leads the Federal Housing Finance Agency, will now take charge of the nation's 18 intelligence agencies.
The appointment has drawn immediate criticism from lawmakers, citing Pulte's lack of experience in national security. He is set to take over as outgoing director Tulsi Gabbard prepares to leave her post on June 30th.
Senator Mark Warner, the top Democrat on the Senate Intelligence Committee, accused the administration of appointing an official prone to political retribution. Pulte has previously faced allegations of using his current role to target political opponents with mortgage fraud referrals.
Legally, Pulte's term as acting director is limited to 210 days, which would see him serve until late January 2027. During this period, he is expected to retain his leadership positions at the FHFA, Fannie Mae, and Freddie Mac.
In economic news, the Australian Fair Work Commission has announced a significant wage increase. Nearly 3 million workers will receive a 4.75% pay rise, while the country's lowest-paid employees will see a 6% bump.
Effective July 1st, the lowest hourly rate will move to $26.44. Justice Adam Hatcher, the Commission's president, noted that soaring fuel costs and high inflation made this year's decision particularly difficult for households.
Unions had pushed for a 6% increase for all workers, while employer groups argued for a lower cap. The cost of living remains a central concern as the Australian government projects inflation will reach 5% by the end of this month.
Separately, Australian Cabinet Minister Ed Husic has raised questions regarding the United Kingdom-United States Defence Pact. Husic suggested the current deal to acquire second-hand submarines may not align with the original promises made to the Australian public.
Turning to the United Kingdom, 23-year-old Vikram Digwa has been sentenced to life in prison for the murder of student Henry Nowak. Digwa must serve a minimum of 21 years for the fatal stabbing of the 18-year-old university student last December.
The case sparked national outcry after body camera footage revealed that police handcuffed Nowak while he lay dying. Officers had acted on a false claim from Digwa that he had been racially abused and was acting in self-defense.
Hampshire police have issued a formal apology for their treatment of the victim. The Independent Office for Police Conduct is now reviewing the judgment and fairness of the officers involved in the response.
The Sikh Federation has also condemned the killer's actions, clarifying that the weapon used was not a religious ceremonial knife. The presiding judge noted that Digwa's fabrication of racial motives unnecessarily heightened community tensions in Southampton.
Here is what else we are watching. The Government Accountability Office is investigating the Federal Housing Finance Agency's internal processes. The probe follows concerns that the agency may have been used to target specific political figures through fraud investigations.
In the UK, Kieran Kaur is scheduled for sentencing on July 17th for her role in the Henry Nowak case. Kaur, the mother of Vikram Digwa, was convicted of attempting to conceal the murder weapon at the family home.
Finally, Global energy markets are preparing for volatility as tensions in the Persian Gulf threaten key shipping lanes. Traders are monitoring oil transit points closely as military exchanges between U.S. and Iranian forces continue.
That is the news for now. Thank you for joining us.
I'm Peter Rowan. Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com.